Good afternoon, fam. How you doing out there? Hope everything's going well for you today. And I hope that you are able to manifest all of the things that you are um, desiring in your life. And I hope you're keeping your vibrations high so that those things can manifest for you. I kind of wanted to make this video today because, first of all, I needed to touch base with you guys. Um, it's been a really crazy few weeks for me in a good way. This is why I have not been able to make videos as often as I would like to make them because I've been so busy. I have launched a couple of businesses, which was a huge dream for me, was to become a business owner. And all of a sudden, it just seems like I'm getting all of these opportunities to start businesses or to become a business owner. So what I've been doing basically, guys, is I have just been deciding, what businesses I wanted to start. And the reason why I say that is because, one, it's very important to know what it is that makes you happy. Like, the reason why a lot of people hate their jobs is because they're doing something that is not making them happy, which means you're doing something that you don't really want to do. I've always been a different type of person. Like I said in my previous videos, I am a Leo in the true sense of the word. I am a leader. I can be stubborn. I can be not combative, but just against the grain, more to speak. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't like people telling me what to do. Okay, I don't like to be bossed around. My personality is too strong for that. So I've worked. I don't have a problem with working because I will work. We have to take care of ourselves, whether you work for somebody or you work for yourself. But my dream has always been to own my own business, to employ other people, provide them with jobs and things like that, and, to just basically grow an organization that will help people to, make a good income, be their own bosses, give them the time and the freedom that most people want in their lives. So that's what I've been working on, okay? I kind of wanted to get away from this madness of what we are dealing with in this country today as far as politics and anti-Trumpers and all of the crazy things that these people are doing. I could go on and on. I'm sure you guys have been, following what's going on all over the place. And it's just like every day it's just something crazier and crazier, okay? So I kind of wanted to steer you guys away from that negative energy in this video, and kind of remind us of, what our purposes are here in this life, and how to, achieve the happiness or freedom or whatever it is that you're searching for in your life, how it can be achieved. Just off of my testimony, okay? I was born and raised in Ohio all my life. And I just knew that as I was getting older that I did not want to spend the rest of my life in Cleveland. I love Cleveland. That's my home, always will be. But I have a very strong spirit. And I am spontaneous. And I'm also a risk taker. So if my spirit is speaking to me, I've learned how to listen to it. And I've learned how to follow it, basically, And, the first thing that you have to understand is that you have to get out of the fear box. The fear box will keep you from the life that you are wanting to live. Okay? I have a lot of people that ask me, wow, how do you just, move to a different state and, start a new life and things like that? How do you just do that? I wish I could do that. People have told me how much they admire me for my courage to step out of the box and, create the life that I want to live for myself and as well as my family. I have two adult kids, and it comes a time where you have to start looking at your kids like they're not kids anymore. Okay? So you have to step your game up so that you can teach your kids what is really happening so that they won't perpetuate the same BS that we were brought up with. Okay? I am 56 years old, turning 57 this year, and I just got to the point where I said, time waits for no one. Why am I procrastinating? What am I afraid of? Why won't I take this chance? Why won't I step out on faith? Why won't I trust myself? You know what I'm saying? I've never been a person that didn't have confidence in myself. I've always had, high self-esteem. I know my skills. I know what knowledge I have. And I know my capabilities. So I had to first, figure out what my passion is. Okay? It took me quite a while to figure out what my passion is. That's something that, if you don't know what your passion is from from your childhood, like LeBron James knew he wanted to be a basketball player from when he was a kid. A doctor, knew that they wanted to be a doctor, ever since they were kids or whatever. But if you don't have that and you don't really discover that until later in life, it doesn't happen overnight because, we have been doing so many things in our lives, willingly and unwillingly, as far as like where you work. I'm sure people, have had several jobs in their lifetime, and they were kind of sporadic because you just really needed a paycheck. You weren't really working in a career that was your passion. So you have to figure that out, okay? It took me a while to figure out what my passion was, but I always knew what my skill was. And my skill was to help people. I am a great listener. I've been told that I give great advice. I like to make people feel better if they're down and out or whatever, and they call me on the phone and they need to talk. My satisfaction comes from, when by the time we get off of the phone, they feel a whole heck of a lot better than they did when they first called me. That gives me pleasure. So I had to learn how to expand my skill, okay, and my passion. So I decided to I've lived in several states. I've been traveling and state hopping, I guess, since 2003 when my kids turned into adults and they left the nest. I was ready to go and search out different states that I would want to live in. This last move that I made, which is to Phoenix, Arizona, was a total spiritual move for me. I had never lived, this far from my home. I've never had, I lived in Texas, but it was very brief. But I never lived did West Coast living, things like that. And, my spirit spoke to me one day and put Phoenix, Arizona in my brain, in my spirit, in my heart. I fought it for a while for several reasons. One was, I didn't know what I was going to do with all of my belongings, all of my material things that I had been lugging around for years and years and years. I didn't know how I was going to get there because I was terribly afraid to fly. And so I just had a lot of things that I was fighting, to kind of make sense of why am I thinking about Phoenix, Arizona. So fast forward to today. I've been here going on 2 years. It was the best decision I've ever made in my life. Um, it is so much opportunity here that it's incredible. For people who want to launch businesses or create a business or whatever, it's not overly saturated with different things. You just have to find your niche, um, your passion, and seek it out and network and inquire and research all that you can in your area or where you live to see, what the competition is, what the demographics are your services or products in demand in your area, certain things like that. So, as I said in the beginning of the video, I have been very, very busy. I decided that I wanted to pick 3 different streams of income for myself, but all 3 of them would have to be something that I strongly believe in, know I can succeed in them, and not just taking a stab in the dark and just saying, okay, well, I want to start this business just because, it sounds good or the money's great or, anything else except because this is what I love to do. So, you guys have been following me. You've been seeing my videos, and you know that I am a credit repair specialist. I started off in that career with a company, a very well-known credit repair firm in the United States, and learned a lot. I had already had credit and financial knowledge from being in the mortgage industry, being in sales, so a couple of multi-level marketing businesses that I've done in the past, and I decided that I wanted to embark on the 3 things that I like to do, or what I'm extremely interested in doing. One of them is I became a CBD oil distributor. CBD oil is a great alternative to pharmaceuticals. There's a lot of people in this country that are suffering with all kinds of issues, from pain to sleeplessness to depression, anxiety, um, just a whole myriad of things that people are struggling with now, and are on so many different types of medications trying to alleviate whatever the issue is for them. And we all know, what the medications are about. I mean, you turn the TV on, and the medication that they're advertising, first of all, you don't even know what it is. They're not being specific enough. But you sure enough pay attention to all those side effects at the end of the commercial. And a lot of people are afraid of that now. So people are starting to turn to alternative solutions for their issues. And CBD oil, or hemp oil, is one of the solutions that a lot of people are using nowadays. I don't know, how many people, that follow me are aware of CBD oil and its benefits and things like that, but I will put my um, link to my website in the description box below, so that you can go on there and take a look at the benefits, what it does, um, the different products that, we have with our company. So that's the one stream of income that I got into, because I'm interested in helping people, and CBD oil is definitely changing people's lives. So if you want more information about my CBD oil company, then I will leave the link in the description below. Secondly, I am, as I said, getting older, and so I'm starting to pay a lot of attention to my health. I don't want to be sick. I don't want to be overweight. I don't want to look 100 when I'm only 56. And I'm single, so I still try to keep myself, try to maintain myself to the best of my ability, because I don't want to be single for the rest of my life. So I really pay attention to my outer shell as well as my inner being. So I am also in a business. I've been in this business since 2015, and it is a health and wellness company. I will also leave the link down below if you're interested in learning about those products as well. I do have a great testimony with that product. I made a video a couple of years ago. If you go back in my video history, I made a video about my progress with the products that I sell, and my testimony. When I first started taking the products and what it did for me. I lost so much weight, felt so much better. Um, so I wanted to continue to be in that business because I believed in the products, because I used them myself. Skincare, just all kind of stuff, all natural, just awesome products. So if you're interested in losing weight, um, feeling better, feeling great, and also, possibly becoming a distributor, then I will leave that link in the description box as well. And then my final business that I just launched officially about a week and a half ago is my own credit repair business. And as I was saying, I was working for one of the top credit repair companies in this country. Um, and I just decided, I'm like, with all of this knowledge and everything that I have about credit, about finances, how to clear up your credit, things to do to maintain your credit, I know how to do all of that stuff. So I figured, why am I working for a company when I could be doing this myself? Commanding my own income, um, setting my own hours, being my own boss, um, hiring people. I'm always looking for agents in this credit repair business, and I would definitely put the link down below for more information on the credit repair company that I'm with. I'm definitely looking for agents to do this. But I want to say this. When I look for people to partnership with me in whatever venture I'm doing, they have to have a certain mindset. You have to be a person that is not afraid to trust in yourself to create the dream that you want. You have to have the right mindset. It has to start here. Um, so many people complain about how they're not making enough money. They wish they had the time and freedom to spend with their family, friends, to travel. They're sick of, working paycheck to paycheck or living paycheck to paycheck and not having the extra money to do things with their families, like take vacations or, um, nowadays, even to just maintain the household, okay? And I listen to that. I listen to what people say. I'm a very good listener. I was taught to, if you want to learn about people, you keep your mouth closed and open your ears, and that's what I do. And so I like to try to think of ways that not only will benefit me, but will benefit other people, because that's what it's about. You know what I'm saying? Everybody needs a hand up. But you've got to be that person that's willing to be mentored and coached, okay, to get you to the level that you're trying to achieve. Preferably, 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 it should be someone who is in the position of where you're trying to be. Not saying that you have to be like that person, but you're trying to achieve that level of that person that's mentoring you, and that's great. That's great. So I started my credit repair business, and it has just taken off. Uh, so many people need to be educated and informed about how credit works, how you can get your credit cleaned up, okay, with minimum amount of money, how to maintain your credit, and how to use your credit. Credit is very important. You know what I'm saying? It's very important. You should look good on paper as well as the dollars that's in your pocket, because those dollars can be spent in a blink of an eye. But if you have good credit, that can take you a very, very long way. It can open up a lot of doors for you. I have used the credit repair service. I'm still in it. I've only been in it for a couple of months, but then I decided to go ahead and become a credit repair agent, a consultant, because I wanted to bring this awareness to people about their credit. I am going to digress for a second and bring in the government shutdown situation. That government shutdown should have been such an eye-opener for people, period, that you can never, and I'm going to say that again, you can never depend on your job, a job, the government, or anybody else that you are relying on to take care of yourself. I used to be a government worker back in the day. I used to work for the post office. I made great money, even though it was a long time ago. It was back in the 80s, but I made great money. I was very young, and that was like my first well-paying job. So I took it for granted. I didn't save money. I was out trying to be the big, I'm the postal worker. You know what I'm saying? Everybody know I make money, and I lived well. I took great care of my kids, though. We lived in the suburbs of Cleveland, and, I always lived well. But I didn't save money, so that if that would have happened back in the day when I was working for the government, I probably would have freaked out a little bit, but not to the point where these people was freaking out with this government shutdown. Because my thing is, you got to do what you got to do to take care of yourself and your family. If you get laid on from your job, or you get fired from a job unexpectedly or whatever, you have to be creative enough to figure something out. Now, seeing all those people, oh my God, we didn't get the paycheck, and, people are going to be homeless, and people aren't going to be able to eat, people standing in soup kitchen lines, GoFundMe accounts and things like this. And I'm just looking at that like, so if you were just one paycheck away from calamity, then you're not doing something right. Government workers make an exceptional salary. They make a lot more money than the average Joe out here that's working a 9 to 5, regardless of what area you're in, whatever your profession is. If you're starting off, you're not making nearly as much money as what government workers make. Now, I don't have nothing against government workers, because I've got government workers in my family. I used to be a government worker. But if you are one paycheck away from calamity happening to your house where you can't eat, you're going to get evicted, you're going to be homeless, you're going to get foreclosed on, you can't go to the grocery store and buy food for your family because you missed one paycheck, then that should be a wake-up call for you. That should have made people really sit down and put their priorities in order. Because obviously you're not doing something right. See, people, they make big money on these jobs, but instead of thinking of their future or a legacy or something like that, they go out and they spend it. Because, people know that they're government workers, and they put on this facade like they really got it going on. Like, yeah, I work for the post office, I work for the government, I this, I that. I drive a Mercedes, I live in this big $400,000 house, and, I got all the latest purses and shoes, and I'm wearing $600 or $700 wigs and things like that to impress the people around them that know that they work for the government. Big mistake. Big mistake. See, people have to learn to stop trying to show everybody what you're doing. You don't have to be all on social media showing off and, look at me and look what I just bought and this, that, and the other. You got to start thinking smart, okay, about your future and the generations that's going to come after you. So that government shutdown, it pissed me off the way people were really just taking it all the way to the extreme. Now, of course, we know that the media had a lot to do with that propaganda. They just really tried to blow it up like, oh my God, people are going to suffer and, people aren't going to be able to do this and people aren't going to be able to do that. I feel like I got laid off from my job a week before Christmas last year. Now, I wasn't making government worker money, but I was still working and needed that paycheck. I got laid off a week before Christmas. I did what I had to do. I'm still not working, okay? But I'm still living in my beautiful apartment, as you can see. And this is not a cheap place to live, okay? Trust me. I still live here. Hadn't gotten the eviction notice. My refrigerator is pretty well stocked. I was even able to invest a few dollars into my business, my credit repair business, to get that started. And I haven't punched the clock since the week before Christmas. I haven't went and asked anybody to start a GoFundMe page for me. I haven't begged and borrowed from, people that no one paid any of my bills. I did what I had to do, okay? So what I was trying to get some of the government workers that were doing the complaining about what was going on, when I would introduce them to ways to make money, they weren't trying to hear it. Oh, I don't feel like it, and I wouldn't have to go through this if they didn't have this shutdown or whatever the case may be. They want to know, well, how much money are you making in it? And just craziness, and people have to start understanding that nobody is on this earth or in this country is obligated to take care of you. That's not an obligation of the government. It's not an obligation of other people. You are an adult and you should be able to take care of yourself. Okay? So the point I'm trying to make with that is you should always have something going on the side. You should never depend on one source of income. Ever, 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 ever. Okay? Should you depend on one source of income, especially when that income is controlled by somebody else. That's scary to me. To know that the only source of income that I have is coming from someone who is in control of that. And I just can't do that. That's too scary for me. So I've always had something going on the side. But what I decided was I'm not going to go back to work for anybody else. This time period that the universe is showing me and giving me to establish my businesses and to create, different things as far as streams of income is exactly what I'm doing. I'm taking advantage of this time period, okay? And it's working out very, very well for me. I did notice that in a couple of my videos in the comments, I know a lot of you guys were asking me about credit repair and wanted more information, or were interested in getting your credit repaired. I encourage you to do that. It's a great thing to know, even if you don't have thousands of dollars in your bank account, that you have good enough credit for emergencies. You may need another car. You may just, you want to get maybe just one credit card or something because you're going on vacation or something like that. It's just good to know that, your credit is good enough to get some of these things and achieve some of the things that you want. Credit is very, very important regarding different interest rates that you'll have to pay. Um, if you're going to get a car, down payment on your car is determined by uh, your credit score, things like that. Um, Insurance, heck, even jobs now. Okay, guys, I'm going to move because the sun is moving and it's really hot where I'm sitting. Um, so, even jobs now are looking at your credit report, which I think is very invasive. I just think that's another way that they're spying on us and picking and choosing who, they're going to give loans to, or, jobs to. And I just think that that is very, very invasive. But it's reality. It's what's happening. So they're checking your credit for jobs. Just a lot of things that credit is being checked for. And, you kind of want to be pretty straight in that area. So many people, I think it's something like 80%, 70 to 80% of the people in this country have a 599 or less credit score. 675, 650, 675 is considered a good credit score. Not even a great credit score, but a good credit score. Okay? If you are under a 599 credit score, then it's time maybe that you should sit down, look at your credit reports, and get some professional help to show you how to bring that credit score up by removing negative items that's on your report. Okay? A lot of people don't know that even one negative item on your credit report can cost your credit score up to 100 points. That's a lot. So you figure if you have an old cable bill, an old medical bill, an old credit card bill, or a bankruptcy on your credit, that's 4 different things. That could really, really, really damage your score. A lot. A lot. Okay? So what credit repair does, it removes the negative items from your report because you have that right. It's a law. Okay? You can challenge any negative item on your credit report. Each negative item that drops off of your credit report raises your score. Granted that you're not doing something to negate that progress, such as you cannot be getting your credit repaired and going out and trying to get credit. You have to be patient with the process, okay? I know people that are getting their credit repaired, but they're constantly out applying for stuff, okay? Which are considered negative items. Every inquiry that you know, or not every inquiry, but everything that you apply for credit-wise, it goes on your credit report as a negative item. That's an inquiry. You don't want those. You should not have 20 inquiries on your report. Because you know what that says to the lender? That says that A, you're desperate. B, you went to 20 other people to try to get credit and they obviously turned you down because here you're talking to the 21st person. Okay, so they're gonna it's dead in the water. Okay, so there's a lot of things about credit that people should understand and learn about, and that's where I come in. Back to helping people to understand the things to do to create a better life for yourself. Okay, so that's what I've been doing for these past couple of weeks, is trying to figure out, how I wanted to help people, because that's what it's about. Sometimes people, we have to get away from all that negativity, that anti-Trump, the crazy stuff that's going on in the government. We have to let that go for a while, because you know what that does? It creates negative energy within you, which keeps you in a low vibration. And when you're in a low vibration, you cannot manifest anything. Okay, because your low vibrational energy that you're emitting out into the universe is combating the positive energy that the universe is trying to bring to you. So don't stay too much on this Trump and this government and the liberals and what them fools is doing and all that. Don't let them get you to a point where you're mad and angry and you're frustrated and confused and all that, because all of that is low vibrational energies, okay? So step away from it, and that's why I'm making this video to you guys, because I wanted to have like an upbeat, high vibrational, positive message for you guys today. So that's pretty much, you know, where I've been these past few weeks. I am going to still make my videos, you know, about the craziness that's going on. But it won't be like every single solitary video. I'm trying to move more towards creating an awesome life for yourself, despite Nancy Pelosi, despite Chuck Schumer, despite Kamala Harris and all that. You know, sometimes I just don't want to deal with that, period. I will back up off of that for several weeks before, and, you know, I dive back into it, unless it's something that's detrimental, you know, something that, you know, is like urgent, you know, because I have to clear my mind and have my mind, you know, have so much clarity to move forward in what I'm trying to do. So I want you guys to take heed to that. That's because basically that's what they want us to be. They want us to feel low and angry and mad and frustrated and upset, and they want us to feel that way, because that's emotions, and that's what they capitalize on is our emotions with all of the stuff that's going on in this country. And I don't want you to feed into that constantly. You know, like, it's just not good for you. It's not good for your soul. It's not good for your mentality. It's not good for your progress. You know, because you got to remember, those fools over there, those liberals, they're millionaires. Nancy Pelosi, I heard, is worth $130 million. Do you care? Do you think that she cares about your happiness, or do you think that she cares about you being in a constant phase of low vibration, that you're not, man? You know, they know it. They know the secret, but they want to keep us from knowing the secret, because that's what they capitalize on, is our emotions and our low vibration. Don't give that to them. Take your vibrations back. Take your energy back. You know. And start to move forward and start to progress is basically, you know, what I'm trying to say. So, like I said, if you are interested in getting your credit repaired, have a great credit score within 60 to 90 days, then, you know, please click on my link in the description. My website is www.positivecreditrepair.com. Take a look around, check out our company, and, you know, you can either comment here on under this video, and, you know, I would definitely get back with you for further information, or if you're interested in getting the services. It's really inexpensive. It's $89 a month. Which is very, very, very great. So, and like I said, you know, you can plan on being in it, you know, at least 3 to 6 months, depending on your credit situation. But you have to trust the process, guys. It doesn't happen overnight. Remember, you didn't get that bad credit score overnight. It took many, many, many years for you to get this credit score that you have. So you have to trust the process and let a professional do it. When you have a toothache, I mean like a really, really bad toothache, are you going to go to your friend down the street who said that they had a toothache and, you know, they know how to help you, try to help you get rid of your toothache? Or are you going to go to a dentist, a professional, and let them take care of your toothache situation? Tooth may need to be pulled, it may just need to be filled, whatever. But wouldn't you go to a professional dentist to do that as opposed to a friend down the street? Okay? Same way with credit repair. Now, yes, you have the opportunity to repair your credit on your own, but because you're not a professional, then you don't really know exactly how to get those creditors to start moving. That act, getting those things taken off of your credit. If you write a letter, you have to have the correct verbiage in it that would kind of like put fire under their feet and get them to move in a timely manner. Okay, to start getting your credit repair. So that's why people hire professional credit repair services to get that done for them. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and close out on this video. I hope it was encouraging for you. I hope that it sparked some excitement in you to start creating your life and start living the life that you want to live. Stop living the life that you don't want to live. If you're unhappy with situations in your life, only you can control that, So start living the life that you want to live. No matter how scary it may sound, no matter how unrealistic it may sound to other people because they don't matter, no matter the grind that you have to start in order to create that life for yourself, just do it. Just get started, okay? If you want to become an agent in credit repair, where you can help other people as well as at the same time helping yourself, because you could be getting your credit repaired and still be making money. Okay, please let me know. Comment below. I will send you more information or contact you either by phone or message, or whatever is sufficient for you. I am on Facebook. My Facebook page name is The Credit Boss Rogers. You can go on there. I post almost all day, every day on there. Different tips about our company. You'll hear testimonials. Just a great place for business-minded people to meet up at, learn about credit repair, show their interest in getting the services or becoming an agent. So you can hop over there to my Facebook page. That's The Credit Boss Rogers on Facebook. And that's pretty much it. Take a chill pill this week. It's Monday, start of a new week. Enforce your plans. Write your goals down. Decide, what you have to do on a daily basis to get you closer to that life that you're trying to create. Life is beautiful when you're free. It's a beautiful, beautiful feeling when you're free. Me walking away from liberalism was a very freeing experience for me. And once I was released from that bondage of the Democrats, liberalism, socialist thinking, things like that, it was like the universe was just open to me, because I was now in a high vibrational place in my life to receive the blessings. And they're coming left and right, people, left and right. I mean, when you've got 6, 7 different business opportunities on the table in front of you, and you get to pick and choose which one is going to be conducive to your life, something that you're going to be doing because that's a passion of yours, and to be shown and taught how to grow that passion into income, into being able to help people with your gift and your skills. It's just a great feeling. Okay, it is, I think it's probably about 2 o'clock or so here in Phoenix, little maybe 2:30, somewhere around there. I'm sitting on my patio. I mean, no, I'm not sitting on my patio. I am sitting at the pool area, okay, at my home in the middle of the day, talking to you guys. Wouldn't you like to be able to do that? That's a great feeling. If somebody was to call me right now and say, hey, let's go to lunch. Meet me at such and such. You know, meet me at Red Lobster in an hour. I don't have to go to anybody and say, you know, can I have the rest of the day off, sir? You know, because I don't have to do all that. I could just say, all right, I'll meet you in an hour. Okay? It's a freeing feeling. It's nothing like having your time, because time is something that we cannot get back. Okay? So you have to be very, very consciously aware of how you're spending your time and who you're spending your time with. Okay? It's very, very important to do that. Okay? So, I'm going to end this video. First, let me see if I can... I think the next video I do, guys, I'm going to try to do a live video. I have another phone. Thank you. Because the other live streams I was trying to do on YouTube was, and my phone was just not cooperating. It was pixelating. It was horrible. Now I have a new phone, new service. My signal is pretty strong. So I think the next video that I'm going to do is going to be alive. Okay? So stay tuned. I will probably make a little quick video to let you know when I'm going live so that you can join me on the stream. Today is Monday. I'm going to try to do that by Wednesday. So just be on the lookout for that. It will be more back on base with the politics and the craziness that's going on, because I do have a lot to say about the different things, the New York law with the abortion, the whole Roger Stone thing, the whole shutdown situation, the temporary lift of the shutdown for 3 weeks, and you know what's probably going to be the deal with that, and so forth and so on. So that video, that live, is going to be about politics. But in the meantime, I would really, really appreciate it if you guys could support me in my business. I'm here to help you. Just, you know, comment below that you want more info, that, you know, you're interested or you want to earn extra money. I really, really would be excited to work with you, get you on our team, and to start making some moves that could change your life and change your family's life. Okay? So you guys have a great day. Thank you for subscribing. I'm still receiving comments and everything from my videos. And I do want to say thank you for that. I really, really appreciate you taking the time. If this video has helped you, please hit that like button, share, and subscribe. There will be more videos like this to help you with learning about finances and things like that. So I'm going to go now. I'm getting ready to do a few things on the computer, and I will talk to you soon. Have a great day. Bye.